Robert said one thing. He said because his GPS showed still in New Brunswick, he's like, either the GPS there's something wrong with, or they sent you the other way to... Just kidding, everyone. We got a charger. What's up, everyone? It's Kurt, Southtown Garage, and we are currently going to pick up a new research and development vehicle. Hi, honey. Well, we are on top of an overpass, Trans-Canada Highway, walking towards Lackachuck, on Vetter and Chilliwack. Everyone else that doesn't know Chilliwack, I'm completely speaking Spanish to you guys. So basically where the Canadian flag is up there, that's where we need to go. So one of the things that Robert told me this morning is he said on his GPS, the Explorer was still in New Brunswick 2 days ago. If you guys don't know Canada, Vancouver is the very, very west you can possibly go. And, well, I'm not in Vancouver, I'm an hour and a half out of it, doesn't matter. New Brunswick is the very far east you can go. So technically 2 days ago, this vehicle was in the other side of the country. If you Google how long it takes to go from New Brunswick to Chilliwack, it is about 55.5 hours by semi-truck. And if you don't know, you cannot drive more than 15 hours per day with a Class 1. So what a lot of companies do is they will have multiple drivers. I'm fairly certain this one is no different. If you had multiple drivers, you could make it in 2.25 days instead of almost 3.75 days. So I mean, you save quite a bit of time. So the driver called me. He said, I'm about 15 minutes out. Chelsea was leaving for work. I was like, man, perfect timing. But Robert said one thing. He said because his GPS showed still in New Brunswick, he's like, either the GPS there's something wrong with, or they sent you the other white Explorer that was getting loaded on. So I mean, this is hilarious. You would think that I'm making this up to get views, but I'm not. So we're about to find out if this is actually in fact the Explorer that we're supposed to get or not. Oh, this is crazy. So I can see a car carrier right over there. Can we see? Just kidding, everyone. We got a charger. Let's go onto the vehicle. Just kidding. So it did arrive. It wasn't mixed up. So we have the Superforge brakes on it, you can see, and we've got some very fancy wheels that cost more than my Mercedes, which isn't hard because it's only worth about $8 grand. But anyways, this is going to be exciting. It's like from the outside body, there's like nothing done to it, so it kind of looks funny. And then you can still see that it's got the factory exhaust on there, which we're going to fix, don't worry, because it needs better exhaust to breathe better. Other than the Eibach lowering springs and a bunch of other suspension parts that you can't see, this thing is just looks like a lowered Explorer that spent way too much money on brakes. There's a reason for that. Well, we're at my favorite place here, Chilliwack Ford Parts. We just drove this across town to go see my buddy Randy, and then I got out of the vehicle. And I can say this now because I got away with it. And I walked to the back of the vehicle here, and so somewhere during transport, it fell off. I'm not going to say what part of transport, because I definitely wouldn't have just looked at the front of this Explorer and been like, it's all good, and just like driven around Chilliwack like this. Absolutely not. But it does look good though. So now we're just going to drop the keys off with Ford. They're going to do a provincial inspection because that's what you have to do in Canada, because this came from like all the way East Coast. That's what we have to do. Even if it was one province over, you still have to do an inspection. I'm sure you guys know. from watching the boys over in Kelowna there with their cars. So I guess it has to stay here because I can't drive it home.